Adobe is about to completely dominate the AI content market. Over the last 2 years, there's been a ton of new software that have come out for AI photo creation, AI video creation, and even AI audio creation. But Adobe has been secretly working in the background to enhance their current dominating products like Photoshop and Adobe Premiere to integrate AI functionality directly into them. They have a staggering 58% of the market share, and with these new AI tools, it's gonna get even bigger. This is gonna blow your mind, so let's jump right into the video. So this is all coming out of the Adobe Max conference, which just wrapped up last week. Now, they revealed a ton of amazing stuff in this, so I'm gonna go over a few of these that really blew my mind. So the first one is their Generative Extend that they're adding to Premiere Pro. So I'm just gonna show you the video that they released, and then I'll show you a live example. So here's the video that they released on Twitter. So let's watch this together. Never used Premiere Pro in the past, basically what you do is you drag and drop clips and audio and you create video files. It's for video creation, video editing. Now, what they've added is now we can extend a clip, so extend a video clip. So if I have a 30-second video clip, I can now extend that to 45, 60 seconds, and the generative AI will create new video based on the original video. So in this example, you see the guy walking in the background, the samurai, and then it will extend the video of the samurai walking. So let's see what that looks like. So think about how big that is for video editing, video creation, things like that. You don't need to cut and create a new scene or, go back and refilm that scene. If you just want to edit a short piece of that scene, you can now do it with their software. Now, this is just the beginning. It's in beta. It's not going to be perfect, but you can already see where this is going. And there's tools like Runway that exist on the market right now, Pika. There's a million of these new AI video tools that I've gone over on the channel here. But if Adobe is adding this directly to Premiere Pro, this is going to be a very big deal for video editors. Now, this isn't just going into Premiere Pro. They have this new Adobe Firefly video model that they've already released that already does a lot of this video creation. So they're integrating that Firefly model directly into Premiere Pro. So for video professionals, content creators like YouTubers, social media creators, or just traditional film and video creators like for TV shows and movies, things like that, this is a big, big deal. So let's look at another example that they did live here. So this is one that they did live in their conference. This guy's basically, it's a video of a guy running in the street, on like a rooftop or something. And you can see that they extend the clip down here. And after they extend it, it adds this extra part of the clip. So it takes some time. This is actually happening live. This is a real demo. So you can see that it extended the clip here. And now if we watch it, you're going to see that this extended part of the clip is now fully AI generated. So let's see what that looks like. So that's the AI generated part. Now, the crazy thing about that, again, is that it's taking that reference clip and it's adding to that reference clip. That is a big, big deal. If you've already filmed something and you just need to extend it a little bit longer, this is a big, big deal. It's going to save a ton of time and money for people. So here's another thing that they released during the conference. Again, this is going into Premiere Pro. So what this allows you to do using AI is select a part of a movie that you've done, and then you can take that frame and you can change it out. So in this example, what they've done is they take the guy in the spacesuit who's walking here and walking along in this video, and they're able to actually edit him, remove the background and trace him and track him. So then they can now take that person, clone him, change the background, add text behind him, a ton of really cool stuff that you can now do very, very easily in Premiere Pro using this AI technology. So you can see that they were able to select him, remove the background completely, and just isolate the person walking or running in the video. So they took a raw video, isolated something that was moving in the video, removed the background, very big deal. They were able to add this text behind him now. Do you see they add the text? And now they're going to add that. You see the text is now moved behind him, which is really, really cool, just to add that really cool effect there. You can see that there. And then the other thing that they do is they can actually change his background. So they add some space to his background using this tech. And then they clone him and then put him all through the background here. And they've done this all in a 2-minute clip here. So you can see how easy this is. This took a ton of time before. This was not an easy thing to do before this tech came out, before AI. So this is a big, big deal. They're calling it smart masking. Very, very cool. Now, it's not just video. They're also doing a bunch of really cool stuff with photos. So if you've used Midjourney in the past, if you've used Flux, if you've used any of these, AI photo creators or AI image generators, this is a big, big deal. So in this example, which really, really blew my mind, I'm going to go through this with you right now. We're just going to skip along. So essentially what she does is she has a background photo here of like a table with some holiday stuff, right? Some Christmas trees in the background and some, fake snow and whatever. So what she's trying to accomplish is adding her boyfriend, her, and their cat into this photo and doing it as quickly as possible. Now watch how easy they do this with what they're calling perfect blend here. It's really mind-blowing. So she takes the picture of her boyfriend, she adds it to the clip, right? So you can see that she was easily able to remove the background. So you see when she added it, there's a small button here in the bottom that says remove background. She clicks that, it instantly removes the background. So very painless and easy, right? Now she moves him down to where she wants to put him, and then she clicks this button down here that says harmonize. See that down there that pops up? It says harmonize. So when she does that, what this does, so you can see that the picture of him doesn't look like it belongs there, right? The background doesn't look like it belongs there. The lighting doesn't look right. But when she clicks harmonize, watch what happens here. It's really, really crazy. Look at that. So all the lighting is now perfect, and he even has a shadow that's now being cast onto this table, and it's done perfectly. Again, using AI in a matter of seconds. This would have been so much work using Photoshop back in the day. I've been using Photoshop for many, many years, probably going on like 15 years now. This would have been a ton of work. So you would have had to play with the shading, the lighting, adding shadows and doing all that. And it's instantly done now with this harmonize using this AI technology. Really, really cool. So then she proceeds to add herself into here using another picture of herself. She harmonizes that, which makes it look perfect. And then they add their cat as well. They harmonize the cat. And of course, that looks perfect as well once they harmonize the cat. So really, really cool stuff that they're doing with photo. So that's not the only thing they're doing with photo. They're also doing some really cool stuff with Illustrator. So what they're now doing is you now have the ability using AI to rotate vectors. So what is a vector? A vector is basically, if you don't know this already, it's basically just a series of pixels. So it's like a 2D image, right? Like a 2D cartoon, right? You can just picture like this right here, this 2D cartoon. Now what he does is he clicks on generate views here at the top. And what this does is it uses AI to create a 360 view of this vector, of this 2D flat cartoon, and now he's able to turn it around like that, as you can see, and he has all these different angles of this little cartoon. So he's going to do the same thing for the dragon here. So now he can flip this dragon around in a million different ways, and he can now flip the guy around with the sword, the hero down here with the sword, and flip him around. So for animation, this is a huge, huge deal. Animators will save a ton of time and a ton of money. You just create basically one animation. You input this tech, and look what it can do now. It can now grab that and make a full 3D version of it and then allow it to rotate around. This is a massive, massive deal for animators, for anyone who uses Illustrator in a professional way, or even just for fun, who's, if you're trying to create really high quality professional stuff, this will save you a ton of time and money. Really, really cool. So you can see now he has a different angle of him attacking the dragon. So you can already see this cartoon coming together, right? Of the hero attacking the dragon here from two different angles. All done automatically using AI, using this rotate function that you now have in Illustrator. Insanely cool, insanely powerful tech, and this is going to dominate when it comes out. I'm telling you, it's going to be a very, very big deal.
This is product turntable.
So another really cool thing they're doing here in Illustrator is they have this new function where you can take a design. So in this example here, they have this, Halloween party design, and you can see that she's turning it into different shapes here. Now, what this does is it actually generates a different version of this design here based on the shape. So you see this layout variations button she presses here. She hits generate layout variations, and it'll actually generate variations of this image, perfectly spaced, perfectly done with the fonts, immediately based on the way she just did that, the way she extended it, made it long. So if you're making banner ads, for example, right? I need banner ads for my websites for, whatever I'm doing. I can now have that corner banner ad. I can have the big long one on the top. I can do the small corner ones on the website. I can have AI generate all of these from just one reference animation. Huge, huge, huge deal. So she goes over another example of this with this circus ticket here. So she creates this old circus design that she has here, this carnival design, and she adds it to an existing design here. So it's totally different wording, right? Carnival, circus, different dates and everything like that. But it's taking this reference here, it's taking this reference design and it's adding it to her current layout here. So check this out. So she adds it here and boom. It didn't just take the design, it actually took the wording and created a new design based on that. And it even actually took this design up here of like the circus, top of the circus, and it used all these colors and this sort of reference design to make it look way cooler. Pretty cool stuff. And again, you can see how far this goes. She takes it, she makes a ticket with this as well. It spaces things out perfectly. It even comes up with a new design here with the dates on the bottom left, the address on the bottom right. Insanely cool stuff. Again, a massive time saver for people. And I think this is really going to crush things like Canva. I mean, there's so much work you have to do something like this in Canva. You can now do this instantly with Illustrator. That's a huge, huge deal. So I think that they're coming after a lot of the big competitors right now that are getting huge in the AI space with this content creation. They're coming after them for sure. So this one also blew my mind. So this is what they're doing with AI sound. So this one, I'm gonna have to turn the volume on so you can hear this. But I think they're coming after people like 11 Labs and things like that. So essentially what he does in this example is he records himself and then he adds this monster. He tells it to make a monster growl and watch what happens. It's really, really cool.
All right. So the moment I hit this little red button, please hush, hush, everyone, because we're going to be recording. All right, here we go. Rah! 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 All right.
All right, so he growls into a microphone. Basically, you can hear him sort of growling and making these funny growling noises. He then goes up here to the top in this prompt area, and he types monster growl. So he records his own voice and then tells it to turn that into a monster growl. And check out the results.
There we go. We got it. And of course, we get, let's crank up the volume. I want to see what we got. All right. Are we ready, everyone? Yes. Let's see what we get.
Amazing. So basically, I could take my own voice and I could modulate it to be whatever I want instantly using this technology. Insanely cool stuff. So again, they can be coming after, people like 11 Labs who are absolutely dominating the generative AI audio right now. I think they could be coming after them and doing it very, very quickly. So you can see Adobe eating more of that market share. And just to show you what I mean by market share, they have 58.3% of the market share in application development and 42% of the market share in global graphics software right now. So they own a huge part of the market share and they plan on keeping it and growing it with this tech. So they've been working quietly in the background and they have, to me, some of the most impressive stuff out there. Now, the last thing I want to show you is another example of something that they're calling, they're calling it concept. So essentially what this is doing, and they're also releasing this with the Adobe Max conference, is they're taking different images and they're adding them. So you can see here, so what she's doing here, she took this this image. Let's start from the beginning. So she has, she created an image here, woman wearing leather jacket, side portrait, messy short hair, right? So generated this image, right? So then she took that and she's taking some other images here. So she took another image, she dropped it in here, and she created a style with it. So she's saying, take this image and modify this image that we created with the style of the secondary image, right? And then you can increase and decrease the strength. And you can see that it's done that, right? So it's adding that sort of metallic look to her face. Now she takes a second image as the first reference image, puts that in there, and you can see that it makes that face metallic. So now she shows an example of just taking a picture of a plant, using this feature. She comes in and she now adds this as a subject. So now the plant becomes the subject. It can become the background. It can use the color palette of that. And you can see here, so what they're doing is they're creating reflective chrome leaves as a prompt, right? Reflective chrome duck. And now she's mixing them together using this tech. So she's taking the two references she created and mixing them together. So some really, really cool stuff here. So again, using this composite to create all of these different styles, right? So taking this image here, using, adding all these different styles to it, basically you're basically able to take any reference images and create them in any different style that you want all at once and then create your own reference images and style those together. So insanely cool stuff coming out of Adobe. I'm super excited about where this is going. I think it's going to completely revolutionize the content game, and I think they're just going to keep dominating as a result. So if you like this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep bringing you breaking news like this so you can stay ahead as AI grows, you grow as well. And drop a comment. I'm really curious to hear what you have to say about this. If you're a content professional, if you work in video, if you work in music, if you work in photo or illustration, I'm really curious to hear what you have to say about this new tech.